Hey, quickly before we get into the video, I quickly wanted to share some news about the Signal/Premium group we have. Because over the last couple of weeks, going into the summer, but also the rest of the year, we have started drawing up some plans for spot accumulation of coins like Bitcoin, XRP, but also Solana. So for example, how we started was buying Bitcoin. We actually had limits right here from 100,000 into 98,000. Went in big, are making a lot of profit right now. So if you're interested in spot accumulation plans like that, outside of future signals, consider joining. But that's it for now. Just wanted to let you know about that. And now let's get into the video. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on XRP. We're going to do a full update. We'll talk about fundamentals briefly. I have some things I want to say about the news that we got yesterday. But then we'll take a look at the order flow. We'll take a look at the technicals. This move in general was to be expected. I'm not certain anymore what my bias was yesterday, but ultimately we spoke about this imbalance and the potential to fill that for the last couple of days, right? So this was always a possibility. Maybe to be completely honest, and let's let's not give myself the benefit of the doubt. And let's say that I said that yesterday I thought it was most likely we would see bullish continuation before the pullback. I also, and I'm certain of that, told you I don't think it's worth the risk because of the potential of dropping down into that imbalance right here. And yesterday we saw some selling pressure coming in the markets, or at least for altcoins, because I mean, if you take a look at Bitcoin right here, we got a big sell order coming in this morning, but outside of that, it's been incredibly resilient. But we got some bearish pressure yesterday. And that, in combination with the news with Judge Torres dismissing yet another attempt by the SEC and Ripple to solve their case, caused the prices to drop down lower. Now, I have potentially some interesting thoughts on this. I don't think this matters that much. All right, I still think Ripple and the SEC will be able to figure out a way to close this case in a relatively beneficial way for both of them. That $125 million is still stuck in some sort of an escrow gaining interest, right? So they're still making money on that at this point of time, which is also not bad, extra money. And then outside of that, I don't think it was priced in that they would already come to some sort of a new settlement. All right, I haven't seen any price action suggesting something like that. All right, so that means that the situation, I would argue, for XRP at this point of time is exactly the same as how it was in the last month, for example, in which we were able to still at least, consolidate up here. So after this high volume candle right here on Monday, after positive fundamentals, and reclaiming that range right here, right now we're at the bottom of that range again, right? I mean, you can see we hit that level as well right here. And I fundamentally nor technically don't really see any reason why we would drop down below that. And then to add something on top of that is the fact that I think the markets at this point of time, even though I think there's a realistic chance that Bitcoin drops down lower over the course of the next weekend into Monday, I think that's realistic, and therefore short term, we could also see some bearish pressure coming in for XRP. But first of all, I think that will be mitigated a little bit by XRP BTC being at a bottom. Right, so that means that we can expect, reasonably at least, that XRP outperforms Bitcoin a little bit. So outperforming does not only mean that it goes up higher when Bitcoin goes high, it also means that it goes down less when Bitcoin goes down. So that's technically great. But outside of that, like I said, fundamentally, I don't think this matters a lot, or at least fundamentally, I don't think this is a reason to expect a bearish breakdown. And then you do, looking at the order flow, you do see a lot of short positions coming in over the course of yesterday morning, but also but also during the Asian session. And I just cannot really believe that these short orders are positioned correctly. I don't think so personally. And then we also have a huge aggregated spot bid right here coming in. So in short, short term, maybe we'll drop down a little bit lower. We have some imbalances lower as well towards 2.06, 2.04. But from there, I do expect us to bounce. And from there, I do think that we will at least be able to get back into 2.17. And then depending on the markets, maybe we'll consolidate down here for a little bit like we've also done before. Or maybe we can actually rally up to 2.26, 2.28 if we see Bitcoin rallying up with a bullish XRP BTC as well. So yeah, bad news for XRP maybe on the surface, but if we're looking at the technicals right here, if we're looking at the structure, I don't think it matters that much. But those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.